Hello guys, welcome back to Accountitude. Here I am Sakshi. Today I'm gonna discuss about cash flow from operating activities only. That how we have to prepare in our cash flow statement, cash flow from operating activities. First of all, to start up cash flow from operating activities, the major heads to come over here are net profit before tax and extraordinary items. About extraordinary items, I will be discussing in the next video. Right now, I am discussing or focusing on other parts of your operating activity. So, first of all, we need net profit before tax. To calculate net profit before tax, we will take our profit from that would be provided to from as your statement of P&L, right? So profit as per P&L statement we will take that would be closing minus opening. Closing year statement P&L given minus opening year P&L given, right? Then we will add up this with transfer to reserve. Whatever amount have been transferred to the reserve accounts, journal reserve, capital reserve, that would also be considered for closing minus opening. Then we would add proposed dividend and interim dividend. The proposed dividend which is declared or announced at the year end and interim dividend which is declared or announced during the year when the year have not been ended, right? That these both are added to your operating activities but deducted from your financing activities, right? Then we add up provision for tax which was made during the year and deduct refund of the tax if any received by the company that would be deducted here. So these all items are added and only refund is deducted. Then we get net profit before tax. This particular part you can do in your working note also, or you can also do in cash flow from operating activity, but we prefer to do this to be done in your working note because we have less space to go along for the full-fledged question of cash flow statement. Now, when we are done with the net profit with before tax, we take two parts. One is your non-cash and non-operating expenses. Second is your non-cash and non-operating incomes. Non-cash non-operating expenses are added and incomes are deducted. Now the question is why these expenses are added? Because we are concerned about for cash flow, right? We are concerned about cash flow which is generally only from your operating activities, that is from the operation of running your business, not from any other activities. That's why any of the activity which involves non cash expense, right? We are not making any payment to somebody else. Like the best example for that is goodwill written off. Goodwill which we have already been paid off, now we are writing off from the books. That is a non cash expense which we are not paying off to somebody but just writing it off. Same as your depreciation, we are not making the payment of your depreciation to somebody, rather it is a non-cash expense. So that's why we have to add up these two to your net profit. Then non-operating, the sale of non-current investments or the debentures, right? The debentures we have to pay the interest. The NCI is your investing activity and debentures here is financing activity. So anything which is paid because of them or anything which is a loss on the sale of them should also be excluded, because loss on the sale of non current investment was deducted, so now it is added. And interest on debentures which is a financing activity should also be added to your operating activity, right? So these both are also in your add. But whereas in your incomes, if it is a gain on sale of any of the non-current asset, it should be deducted. It should be given a less, because this gain which we have added to P&L statement is not from your operating activity, rather it is from your investing activity. The same is if any of the interest is received, ठीक है, if you receive any of the interest on any of your non current investment, that is again your non operating income, so it should be deducted from your net profit before tax to calculate your cash flow from operating activities. Then from this we get, after making these much of the changes, we get operating profit before working capital changes. Now after this we will talk about the working capital changes. What are the working capital changes? Working capital stands for CA and CL. So now we will consider CA and CL. Current assets which in the business if increase, that means money is going out. If I talk about inventory, when you buy inventory your money is going out, so that should be deducted. Increase in current asset is deducted, and vice versa, decrease in current assets is added, because if you are selling your inventory you will receive the money, so it should be added. And the vice versa case goes for your, if decrease in current asset is to be added, then increase in current liability is to be added. Why increase in current liability is added? For example, if I say trade payables, they have increased, that means you have received a trade credit, that's why increase in current liability is added. You can have another example of bank overdraft. Let's say bank overdraft has reduced, that means you have made a payment of your bank overdraft, that's why the payment of your bank overdraft should go in the decrease in current liabilities and less, right? After that, from this step we will get cash flow after working capital changes, but from this we have to deduct, if there is a tax paid given in the question, that would be deducted, and then there would be net cash flow if it is a positive, or used in if it is a negative from your operating activities. So this is how your cash flow from operating activities is calculated. Now we will discuss about this, that this in the detail for the given question.